We're here at the outdoor trade show in Liverpool, where we will be looking at the latest climbing kit that is coming out soon. We are looking at the Edelrid Pinch, their new assisted braking device. Now, Edelrid have done something typically Edelrid and produced something innovative that is different from anything else that is out there already. Now, the main difference is the way in which it attaches to your harness. Whilst you can use a carabiner, that's a choice you can make, the Pinch actually sits direct on your belay loop. And the benefit of this is that it's a little bit closer, but also can't cross-load. It's also got better handling as a result of this, as there's no carabiner flopping around in between. There's a much more direct impact of you paying out slack and slack actually coming out. When it comes to its handling, we've been told it feels much more like a belay device as opposed to an assisted braking device, which can historically be a little bit more grabby and awkward to use. Now, from our perspective, that can only be a good thing, because the easier it is to pay out slack, the better it is going to be to belay with. And when a climber does fall, it will catch. Now, there's various other modes alongside this, such as the anti-panic mode. Once you pull the lever back a certain way, the anti-panic engages, and you can override that by pressing it back even further. This is a useful safety feature for beginners, but also for more experienced climbers alike, but you can also override this courtesy of the screw that they include alongside it. So if you don't like it, you don't need it, and you can turn it off. When it comes to retail, this comes in at £95, which is cheaper than the £115 of the Gree, which is still kind of the industry standard in the assisted braking device market. We'll be getting a Pinch in to review later this year, so watch out for the product video where we'll be reviewing that.
We're here looking at the Wild Country Movement assisted braking device. Assisted braking devices are commonplace now at most sport crags, particularly in Europe. These devices are great because they offer really good rope handling skills, the same as you would get on an ATC device or a tuber. The advantage is that once you catch a fall, it locks into place, meaning that it's easier to initially catch the fall and lower someone to the ground. This movement device from Wild Country works with 8.5 to 11mm ropes and is in a nice ergonomic shape. Not only do we like the colour of this device, but it fits really ergonomically in your hand and hopefully will offer a really good alternative to people that want to move forward from an ATC device but don't get on with Gree-Grees or other mechanical assisted braking devices. We're here looking at the new Ocun Levitt harness. Now, the Levitt harness is a really nice all-round UK trad harness. It has this really great technology that spreads the load across the width of the belt. Within this belt itself, there is multiple layers of things going on. There is laminated strands to make sure that that load is spread evenly, and it's reinforced with a nice sprung foam construction. This whole waist belt just feels bouncy and like it'll stay in shape for a very long time. On top of that, we have 5 great sized belay loops that will be perfect for most UK trad. At the front, we have Ocun's Biodynema gear loop. Biodynema is a great feature that we see in Ocun products, and it's nice to see it being introduced regularly into harnesses. On top of all of that, the adjustments on both the leg and the waist are nice, easy metal buckles. This Levitt harness comes in both men's and women's, and we're really going to look forward to reviewing this in spring 25.
So for autumn-winter 2024, DMM have updated their Apex Axe and they have launched their Cortex Ice Axe. So the Apex has had a relatively subtle update, but it's significant in terms of its weight, and it's down to just above 550 grams now, which is a really positive thing once you've got them held up above your head all day on a roo. Other than that, the majority of the features stay much the same. The only other change is the pick. Now, the ice pick featured is 1 degree less aggressive than it was previously. So that's the ice pick. You've also got the ice tech pick. Now, this is 1 degree more extreme than it used to be. So you've essentially got a more aggressive and a slightly less aggressive model. Both of these come with pick weights as standard. So if you're climbing on ice and it's really cold conditions, those can help you get those sinker placements first time. So that's the Apex. But now onto the one that you're probably tuning in for, which is the Cortex. This was one of the best kept secrets in climbing until British mountain guide Tim Neal shared a photo of him using them on Instagram. And this was immediately picked up on by the UKC forums. Whilst the Apex and the rest of the DMM Ice Axe collection are made featuring a tubular construction, the Cortex is manufactured using CNC. Now the advantage of using this process is you can do all of this cool stuff that you'll see here. It's obviously had weight stripped out from it where you can, but also keeping in those placements where you do need it. And this is critical because from the feedback we've heard so far, this has got a really good rigid feel to it. And it's also meant to be free from vibrations. So as a result, it's great for extreme and technical use. Now DMM have always had a reputation for building bomb-proof kit, and especially ice axes. And this is where crucial points, such as where you attach your spinner leashes to, such as at the bottom here, or where you can actually put a screw gate through, such as the hole here, they are fully rated. These are things that you could use as a part of a belay, maybe not exclusively belay off. These will be coming out in autumn, winter 2024, so not too long away now, and we hope to get a review set as soon as possible to put them through their paces in Scottish winter.